Welcome to, make sure I hit it, another episode. Oh, welcome to another episode of This Week in Wrestling. I'm your host, RTP and ANT in HD. And next to me, my boy, RTP John. John, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. Rumble
Feeling
was great.
oozy?
Feeling real oozy right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get a white dude tribal tat. That's gonna look real cool.
What'd you say? You said oozy?
I'm gonna do it for. I did it for The Rock.
Hey, a couple things before we kick off this episode. One, obviously our Discord is linked down below. I'm not going to waste too much time with that. Two, John, you owe me some money, brother, because I ended up winning our Royal Rumble predictions. Let's talk about what we got wrong. And there's a lot of surprises in here. Dudes that weren't in the Rumble that we had. Mike Santana was me. AJ Styles, Carmelo Hayes, Finn Balor, Dirty Dom, Chris Jericho, Chad Gable. Didn't end up returning at the Rumble, which that was a major shock to me.
I hope he's all right though, because that means his shoulder injury must be really, really bad if he's not back yet.
I mean, they'll probably wait till after Mania.
Maybe he's gonna go back to the Alpha Academy. Actually, I think maybe he'll do that.
Number one contenders now, you know.
Possibly. Yeah, I know. I'm saying like maybe Chad will be like, you guys earn my respect now, so he'll come back, maybe say sorry, and
that was it.
Sami
Zayn,
all the best.
Sami Zayn didn't work double duty. Aleister Black wasn't in the Rumble. And this one's the most shocking to me. This was your second overall pick in the Royal Rumble draft, and he wasn't in the Rumble. Why didn't we get a Joe Hendry entrance? Woke nonsense. That's why.
Yeah,
left.
Yeah, that's what happens when you vote for Kamala Harris.
We don't get Joe Hendry in the Rumble.
No, but that was depressing. Also, Kit Wilson wasn't in the Rumble too.
Yeah,
that was another
we didn't
thing.
draft him, but we didn't
draft him, but I totally thought he would have been in the Rumble. I feel like they could have done a little bit less AAA guys.
Yeah.
However, I'm really happy those AAA guys got that Saudi paycheck. That's really cool for them.
Well, AAA was Mr. Iguana and La Parka.
And oh yeah, I don't. In my brain, I was like Ray Phoenix. I'm like, wait, they're gone already.
Vikingo wasn't in there, which is kind of a surprise. If you're gonna do two AAA, I would have guaranteed Vikingo was in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could just dive into it. The coolest part of the Rumble for me, the weirdest part. This was very weird to watch, and I know you don't have as much AEW experience, so I don't know. I want to get your gauge on this. Was it weird seeing Powerhouse Hobbs in here? Like that was like strange to me. Royce Keys.
I liked seeing him. I after I heard the rumors of him coming, I did a little more research on like what he's been up to and what he's done, and he's crazy. Like he's kind of like Big E, but a little more explosive and smaller. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I liked it, but I feel like it was the wrong time to do that.
I agree. I think there's a lot more other guys that they missed.
Or I think the Simon Miller video I watched talked about how they should have done it at like a really wrestling forward crowd, like in Philly or like something like that, where you know that these people are going to give a huge pop to that. Even though they did get the AEW chant going when him and Cody looked at each other, but like,
which was cool.
Like I don't know. They didn't present him as like they didn't present him at the right time, I think. But I thought it was cool. He looks like an animal, so I'm like, we'll see. I don't think he's kind of in anything crazy though yet. They need to build him up.
I think big guys are the hardest to book. You know, like I feel like he's definitely whoever he feuds with, he's definitely going to be feuding with for the next 6 months. You know,
Rusev. Honestly, him and Rusev could probably go into a thing.
I wonder if they ever had. I don't know if they've had that in AEW, but that would be cool. Miro. We kicked off the Rumble with Obafemi, giving him the big entrance, and he got all the eliminations in the world. And then following Obafemi was Braun Breaker. We got to kind of pose the question, who's the guy in the mask?
I mean, it certainly wasn't Seth because they wouldn't fly him out to Saudi Arabia to leave the mask on him. So, but I think in storyline, it's probably Seth. But I think they're like, he's still recovering. He has a kid. Do we need to fly him out to Saudi Arabia to not unmask him? So
I don't think it's Seth. Can I tell you why? Because after the stomp, Paul Heyman said, that's Seth Rollins. Like, during it, Paul Heyman would not have fucking said that if that was actually Seth Rollins. I think
That's true. I mean, like, yeah, it's too on the nose.
I like the Logan Paul theory because Logan Paul's kind of been doing too much lately, saying one of us needs to win, and that should be Braun Breaker. Like Logan Paul would. I know he's humble. He's a humble guy. He's always been so humble. One thing about Logan Paul, but he would never. He wouldn't do that, bro. And I think a Logan Paul Braun Breaker match would also cook, and Braun Breaker could run through him. You know.
Yeah, but like, are we trying to do a Logan Paul face turn? Like, I'm not here for that. But I think that's what they're trying. They might be angling for. If you're right.
You're right. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like when Dom turned on Rhea with Liv. You know, where it's like he fucking went from a heel to a bigger heel. Maybe they're doing that angle, but
I mean, I don't know if they're doing that angle, but that's what's going to happen.
Has to, because I'm not rooting.
It's going to be turning Braun face, pretty much.
Yeah, which he kind of is. No one boos him. They bark at him, but they don't boo him.
That's true. He's like the badass heel type of vibe. Yeah,
he's a beast. But then we got you stop me when you want to talk about somebody, okay? Because I'm just gonna go through the 30. We had Solo follow, and then he got eliminated by Oba. Ray eliminated by Oba. Rusev eliminated by Oba. Matt Cardona eliminated by Oba, which I thought that was a cool little run, and I enjoyed that part of the Rumble the most. Because when there's too many people in the ring, bro, maybe I have a problem, but it's too much to follow. You know, when it's
like the women's Rumble, the first half of the match was like
1,000 people.
Crowded, yeah.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's hard. I'd rather just see Oba fucking fuck everyone up. Then Javon Evans came in, and they had Javon Evans in there. Surprisingly, he lasted longer than Oba time wise. He's the Iron Survivor or Iron Man of the match, whatever it's called. 40 minutes, 58 seconds, which I like. I don't think every year someone has to last an hour. I think Javon had a good performance. I felt like what I loved about this Rumble is they let the young guys go. You know, it didn't feel like
they let NXT shine. They let all the up and comers have their moment, because I think the bigger feuds are going to start developing, like unfolding as we go. Obafemi is a beast, man. But what I don't like though is how they let Brock Lesnar disrespect him. Like, he got a clothesline on Brock. Like, really, that's it. And then it just gets tossed out like it's nothing. But then they just, in a Jey Uso entrance, throw Brock over the rope with LA Knight and Cody. And then I don't even remember LA Knight getting eliminated. Like, the timing on this entire Rumble was just kind of bleh. I don't know.
I don't want to contrarian you. I don't want to be contrary to everything you're saying right now. But
I'm about to disagree with everything you're saying.
I'm going to disagree with everything you're saying. Because the Brock thing definitely was a botch, first of all. He definitely should have probably got eliminated a different time. Unless he's going to go out on Raw and just fuck up Jey Uso. Just to, like, prove that point. But the Oba thing, I'm okay with Brock eliminating Oba as long as Oba wins this feud. Because I think that's the feud they're going with. It's probably the WrestleMania feud, Oba and Brock. And if Oba beats Brock at WrestleMania, then I think this is okay. We're good, you know?
I think more so, and I agree with you there too. I think more so they should have had a little more between them, a little more of a back and forth. And Oba should have gotten some more meaningful offense, even if Brock was going to eliminate him. And I don't think Brock should have just eliminated him that easy, because it just kind of made Oba look stupid. Like, he turned his back on Brock Lesnar and then gets thrown over. Like, I think it could have been done smarter. But that whole entire segment from that until like 5 minutes later when Brock gets eliminated, it's like that whole entire bit. I mean, it kind of just seems like Brock went in there with no plan and was like, I'm just going to suplex people, because he grabbed Logan Paul. That was like one of the funniest moments of it for me. I'm like, you guys are all part of the vision technically under Paul Heyman's thing. And he just grabbed Logan and
said, fuck him.
Like, fuck him. That's why, you know? And like, bro, don't give a fuck. Like, like that's the vibe I got from Brock being in the Rumble, was he just was getting a big paycheck. He probably didn't want to be there, flying out to Saudi Arabia for a Royal Rumble. He's like, I got to work with all these young kids who want to get a piece. Like, he's probably like, I just got the sense he didn't really want to be there, because you know when Brock puts in, he's like, when Brock is trying, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The way he manhandled Ilya Dragunov was funny, but I felt sad for Ilya. The way that he just put him straight into mid card manhandle, like just threw him. But
I think what kind of is not sucks. Maybe it's kind of good in a way. This is definitely going to be Brock Lesnar's last year wrestling with
yeah,
SummerSlam being in Minnesota. He'll probably main event it versus Gunther. I think these are like we're not going to see many Logan Paul Brock Lesnar interactions, Ilya Dragunov Brock Lesnar interactions. Those would be fun matches. Don't get me wrong, but having these moments in the Rumble kind of make me feel like, all right, we don't need to get it because I want to start seeing Ilya get slotted into those conversations where I want to see him with main eventers. He can only fight for the U.S. Championship so many times. Let's move him
yeah.
up. He's ready.
Ilya versus Brock would be so good. I'd be like, I think
They
it'd be
would
a
kill
better
each other.
version of it'd be a better version of the Daniel Bryan match. I think. Like,
Yeah. No, definitely. I think that's a great comparison. Um, 9 was Mr. Iguana, which, I mean, not to stop for everybody, but Mr. Iguana, I thought, had his very funny moments in this match. I was watching with my pops, and he's like, this is stupid, but smiling, Like, I feel like that's the shit that takes old dudes back to being kids, Like, he hits that. So, I do think
that could have
Triple
been
H
the
is so
Joe
fun.
Hendry spot, though.
Yes, I agree. Most definitely. I think, like, if anyone should have been in this match, I don't think we needed Dragon Lee. He didn't really bring nothing to the table
That's
in this
true.
match. We didn't really need. I think like I agree with that Powerhouse Hobbs take where we didn't need him. Even like Obafemi eliminated a lot of people in under a minute to start the match. Like a lot of those guys, like the Miz. I didn't need to see the Miz in this Rumble, which he wasn't one of the beginning guys, but I didn't need to see the Miz in the Rumble.
He was in there for a bit too.
Yeah, he lasted 7 minutes. I have it pulled up. Shout out
I mean,
WWE for having all this, man. All the
I will
information
say
up
though,
here.
just like as an aside, we're not really going to talk much about SmackDown, but Ilya versus Miz was great. I will
Really,
say
I didn't catch
Ilya
it.
Dragunov versus the Miz was actually a pretty good match. Miz lost, no surprise. But yeah, Miz put his working pants on, man. It was good. If you want to go watch that match back, I recommend it. It was a pretty good match.
I might catch it. I might catch it before bed tonight.
It's not that long.
Um, 10, Trick Williams. Again, shout out the NXT guys. 11 was Cody Rhodes, who had a controversial elimination. I just don't see the point of Drew McIntyre doing this.
It's just causing more like from a character perspective. I don't get it because it's just causing more problems for him than anything else because he just beat Cody. Cody doesn't have a reason to fight him. But I guess the thinking is knock him out of the Rumble so he can't fight me in the match. I'm like, okay, but you're just going to let him get a match with you sooner than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like he has a better chance of losing the Rumble and then not having a right to wrestle you at all. So I thought it was kind of stupid. It gave more Drew McIntyre CM Punk. That's the type of feud that I think if Punk was in the Rumble, I could totally see Drew just doing that because fuck him. But
But that
Cody
makes
and Drew
sense.
don't
Yeah, that
really
would make more
have
sense.
that type of feud. At least I guess I should say they haven't cranked the heat up enough to earn that moment. It kind of felt like they jumped the gun a little bit. Like that was just like an unnecessary thing. But if Cody went to Drew's house and then did that because Drew did the stuff to Cody, but then Drew is still doing more to Cody while Cody still hasn't gotten his get back yet. Just seems weird.
And he's a champ. Like if he wasn't the champ, this would have made sense.
Exactly. Or like if Cody had escalated it since then, like if Cody went to Drew's house and did something fucked up, like Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page, no title needs to be on the line for that feud. But
Yeah.
Cody hasn't been ramped up from Cody's end, so it just seems weird that Drew keeps doing it and punching down on people when he could be punching down, but like on the old feud. I don't know. It was weird, but I mean, better that than Cody just getting eliminated in a forgettable way like Brock was.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna get this Drew versus Fatu versus Cody match before WrestleMania, or you think it's the Mania feud?
I think that might be Chamber.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that might be Chamber. I tend to think that it's probably just going to be a singles match at Chambers, at the Chamber, and we might maybe for like a Saturday night's main event between Chamber and Mania.
Is there one coming up? Because I was thinking about that. Like, it's kind of dry right now, unless they just haven't announced it.
There's more events come. I forget what bigger events are coming up where they could have a title triple threat, but I think they'll definitely have that match. Maybe even on a SmackDown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see it being I think it has. If you do that, it has to be pay per view. I just don't know when.
A triple
Um,
threat match is easy to pretend like there's high stakes, but then have a bullshit finish to keep the title on the champion while protecting everyone's image. So I think a triple threat match before Mania in between would actually make sense.
at number 12 was El Grande Americano. At number 13 was El Grande Americano. For me, as a fan of wrestling and as a fan of like the culture of luchador, lucha libre style wrestling, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I don't know why there's someone impersonating El Grande Americano. I don't know. This whole situation with the two El Grande Americanos really stresses me out and it overwhelms me because I'm like, identity theft is a real fucking thing, and we've all had an occurrence or heard. We know someone that's dealt with identity theft, so
Happened
I
to my
don't
cousin, dude.
understand. Your cousin's El Grande Americano?
No. He got his identity stolen too. So it really kind of makes me upset when I see this stuff like being just put on TV. No one's upset about it. I don't know.
I couldn't really tell who the real one was. They looked so similar, but I'm hoping we get maybe a mask versus mask match because I think the real El Grande Americano, obviously being a legendary luchador, will end up winning that match.
I think will be interesting too. I don't know how they can get this feud going, but I think actually it'd be really cool because I know Chad Gable's still injured. So like once he returns, I think him versus El Grande Americano, he can like go against both of them. I think that would be a good match because they're both like Chad's like such a technical wrestler. Once he's back on the mend, I think the original El Grande Americano would be a really good matchup for him for possibly for Mania too. I don't know if he'll be back by then though.
I don't know if WWE can stretch this feud into War Games and we have an El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano team of each. But yeah, I
I
just
like where you're going with that though, or maybe Elimination Chamber. It's just six El
six of
Grande
them.
Americanos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
yeah.
At number 14 was Royce Keys, aka Powerhouse Hobbs, AEW
Cool.
debut, the biggest debut of the night. Pretty
We
cool.
kind of already touched on that.
Yeah,
too.
we can move on. 15, Austin Theory. 16, Bronson Reed. Cool. Go out there and ball. Bronson Reed versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I'll pay to see that. I'll say that. 17, Ilya. Ilya with no eliminations in this match feels a little sketchy.
He got jobbed out a little bit to be fair. Like
He was
totally blunt.
only in the match for 11 minutes, which I wish he was like an Iron Survivor. La Parka, I liked his performance. It was fun. I like the dancing. I'm a little dancer myself.
Also, could have been the Joe Hendry spot.
Amen. 19, Dragon Lee should have been the Joe Hendry spot. 20,
Yep.
Logan Paul. 21, the return of LA Knight.
Which also felt like such a waste too.
Yeah.
Like no
And he
feud was
just got
further,
thrown
nothing.
out.
That's what I mean. Like there was no feud for him there. Like why was he even in the match? Why they even have him return if he wasn't going to get any like story moment? I feel like so many wasted moments here.
I'm gonna disagree with you again because the feud is the vision. We just don't want to see it. Like I could care less about seeing LA Knight versus the Vision. We had that all summer, all fall. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I wish if LA Knight was in the Final Four, it would have tricked me a little better. I'm not gonna lie because you knew how it was gonna end when you saw the Final Four of Roman, Randy, Logan Paul, and Gunther. You know who the two were gonna be. But 22, Brock Lesnar. 23, Miz. 24, Miz should have been in this match. I'm gonna die on that hill.
Dude, at 23, bro, too. Like that's a good spot.
24, Ray Fenix was in there for less than 30 seconds. Come on, bro. Waste of a fucking at least throw Ethan Page in there if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Ray Fenix. I think they just are like, let's just hate Mexicans.
It's stupid what they're doing with it genuinely pisses me off. Why is there a luchador faction with Ray Phoenix's brother and Ray Phoenix isn't doing shit and Penta's not like, yo, bro, come chill with us?
It makes no sense to me. And
he's a bad brother.
I feel like there's just money on the table.
Yes. There's so many dream matches you could get with that team. 25, Jey Uso.
And then this is where the Brock Lesnar elimination happened as well.
At
just
25.
Makes no sense to me either. Like, dude, you're gonna have Brock Lesnar come in there and do that, and then just a cutaway moment, literal blink if you blink and you miss it moment where the camera cuts away and then you see it and it was horrible.
That's it, ridiculous. I bet he was pissed when he got back there.
Or he was like, "Throw me out. I'm gonna miss." I was like, "I want to get out of Saudi. Throw me out so I can get to the airport."
26. Sorry. Was Roman Reigns, the champion, the GOAT. 27 Fatu, 28 Penta, 29 Randy, and when 30 hit and it was Gunther, because I don't know if you saw that clip I posted, but my prediction was AJ Styles or Gunther retires Cena, retires AJ Styles, wins the Royal Rumble. I was licking my lips because I was gonna talk my shit. I was so lit because I was like, this man is gonna do it, and I'm gonna feel so good. And he lost, and it was the predictable pick that one. Let's hit on this first. Was this a good Rumble? Like, where are you at with this Rumble?
If I'm giving it a star rating, I would give it a 3 stars.
Okay.
I would give it 3 stars. Not a ton of surprises. Roman winning makes sense because we all know Roman ain't gonna stick around, So just get his Rumble plans and get his Mania plans sorted so everyone else can work around that, and we don't have to be too upset about it. I thought it was good though. I thought it was a decent Rumble altogether. I thought the women's Rumble was stronger than the men's, at least when it comes to like the finish, which we're gonna get into that too. But yeah, I think the finish was predictable. I kind of wish Gunther won just because, like, fuck him.
I would have been such a fuck him.
Fuck him, that's why,
Fuck him. Fuck him. It's Gunther. Fuck him. Roman Reigns got thrown out of the Rumble like a little bitch. That's what I wanted. I think the men's Rumble was better than the women's Rumble, but the women's Rumble finish might be the greatest finish in like a Rumble history. Like that,
absolutely incredible, dude. Absolutely amazing. Incredible. I gotta go blow my nose real quick. So
go ahead.
Just
go ahead. I'll do my yapping. Yeah, I got it. All in all, I do think Obafemi was the MVP of this Rumble. Absolutely killed it. And I think what's good about a Rumble, right, is when you elevate your stock. And I think Oba did that. I think whoever attacked Braun Breaker did that. I think Javon did that. I think Trick Williams almost hurt his stock in a way, which sucks. Ilya Dragunov did not get to elevate that stock. LA Knight didn't elevate the stock. I don't know what to say. Y'all skip until John gets back. No, I'm playing around. Me and John both predict Roman Reigns was gonna win this Rumble. So we ended up switching it around, and then I picked Sammy and he picked Braun Breaker. The Braun Breaker stuff was weird. I don't know how we haven't really touched on that yet. John is back. John,
you talking shit? No, okay.
I kind of am. Not to you though. Why the fuck did they eliminate Braun Breaker so quick?
With the Braun Breaker thing, I kind of see the point too that like if he's not going to win and you don't have anything big planned in it, might as well just get him the fuck out of there and continue the storyline that's happening. But I think you could have told the same story and not had him eliminated right away. Like you could have had him in there and then just get beat up a little bit, and then like Obafemi just is there and kills him. However, real cool that Obafemi got to eliminate him like that. That also is some good shine as well. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
I would have loved to see Braun versus Oba. I think that's where my frustration comes.
That would be a good one. Or maybe Obafemi joins Division.
And Gunther too.
And Gunther, yes.
Who does Roman pick? Or who does Roman end up fighting at WrestleMania? Obviously, Punk seems obvious right now. But you think
I'd like
something
to see
happens?
Punk before Punk gets too old or gets injured.
Yeah.
But when it comes to match quality, like what we should cash in on right now would be the Punk feud. But I have a feeling
I know you're gonna say
Seth is going to get the championship, and we're going to get Roman versus Seth for the title at WrestleMania.
I think that would be the better option.
Yeah. And if my suspicions are correct, I think there's zero evidence for me to have this. So I guess it's more of just like a Hail Mary wish. I think the Chamber, one of the titles will be up in the Chamber. I think possibly the heavyweight championship will be up for grabs, and I think Punk's going to put it up, and I think and then Seth is going to come in, win the Chamber, and then be champion going into Mania. And I think Roman's going to pick that. And that just leaves a fully open title feud for Sami Zayn to go to WrestleMania without needing an Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble thing. He's just going to be the right feud to go to the title. That's my dream booking. Is that going to happen? Probably fucking not.
I don't think anything you said was crazy. I do want to touch on a couple things. One, I think they wouldn't pull this trigger on Sami Zayn if they didn't do it at Rumble. They're going to wait till Saudi next year for WrestleMania. So that makes me feel like... Or SummerSlam. But that makes me feel like it's going to be Cody or Fatu versus Drew for the title at Mania. Two, I think I like the Seth Rollins take, and I think they need to have that match before one of them leaves the WWE, you know? I like the Punk match because obviously Punk versus Roman would be a great match. You know, it doesn't have that like history or heat, but sure. I mean, I guess it does have history, but it doesn't not the same level. But one thing that I think is kind of flying under the radar, when Braun Breaker fought CM Punk first Raw and he lost, everyone was saying, dirt sheets are saying Braun Breaker is going to win the title in Chicago at Elimination Chamber. A Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns WrestleMania main event is not unrealistic. Would you agree?
It's not unrealistic. It's not what I want to see yet, though.
Really?
Not yet.
Really? A prove-it moment?
I think cook it up to next year. Get Braun to that fever pitch, you know? There's other stuff I want to see. Like, just to be totally real, there's other stuff I want to see. I think Braun is going to stake his claim on CM Punk before he gets to a Roman Reigns. I think CM Punk is like one of the top guys, but I still think Roman is firmly at the top of the ladder.
What I like about the Braun idea, hypothetical here, is if Braun Breaker were to, if this were to be a real match, if Roman were to fight Punk at Mania, I would feel like Roman's going to win. If Roman were to fight Seth at Mania, I would feel like Roman's going to win. If Roman were to fight Braun at WrestleMania, I feel like there's a good argument for Braun Breaker to win and establish himself as the future. Or a good argument for Roman to win so that they could run it back.
I think Seth has a better chance at beating Roman at Mania than you give credit for. I think the storyline of Seth beating Roman is just too good. Like, and the fact that that's the one guy Roman just can't get, like, because you know what I mean? Like, Roman's.
But is that going to be forever?
I think
you can make that for. But I'm saying, is that going to be the storyline forever? Because Rollins got the win at WrestleMania last year, technically.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't disagree though. I do think Rollins definitely would have a chance of winning. Let's go to the Women's Rumble now.
Yeah.
First entrant was Charlotte Flair. Second entrant was Alexa Bliss. I hated this. I hated this throwing the hearts up and not fighting for, like, why am I watching the Rumble to watch them like play around for 2 minutes? You know, I didn't need that. And one thing I noticed,
very crowded too. Like this year, it felt slow, very slow, and like, oh my goodness, get going. Well, once it got going, it was good, but like
the ending was amazing, but this didn't feel like a great Rumble.
Yeah.
Kiana James, number 3. She had a run, 27 minutes. Nia Jax, number 4. Go ahead. Ivy Nile, Lola Vice, Lorray. Jordan Grace was cool, and I'm glad they booked her as a big dog. I'm excited for that Jade Cargill match. And with Bianca not coming back, it kind of makes me feel like Jordan Grace could win the title from Jade Cargill. Is that ridiculous?
No, and I think Bianca needs to come back as a heel at this point because I feel like we're missing some edge. Not Adam Copeland, he's in AEW. Just steal Simon Miller's joke there. Yeah.
There you go. At 9 we got the man. At 10 we got Sol Ruka, who
the GOAT of the match,
MVP of the match. Yeah,
Liv Morgan and Sol Ruka carried that match.
Yeah,
legitimately carried the match. I would say Rhea Ripley as well. Rhea Ripley did really well too, in keeping the momentum going.
Yeah, it was kind of hard in this match. I felt like there wasn't much going on, but anytime Sol Ruka was on the screen, it was like, oh shit. I agree with Rhea too. Rhea's always going to do that.
Lash Legend as well was another MVP.
Yes, match. I'm glad you said that because Lash Legend was someone that I feel like when she got called up, they could have booked very bad. But they are like kind of slotting her to where Nia Jax was, which I love because I think Lash Legend is much more talented than Nia Jax, and I'm not a Nia Jax hater, but I think she's a beast.
She's just she's like a mixture of you know what it is? She's a mixture of Nia Jax and Naomi in energy. Like the proceed with caution gimmick could have worked with Lash Legend as well. Like I think Naomi and Lash Legend should definitely feud. They need to feud when Naomi's back. Which hey, all prayers out to them. I don't know what's going on with Jimmy and Naomi right now with their baby and everything like that. But Jay seemed it was important enough for him to mention it and call Naomi Trinity or Trin. So
Wait,
that
what
was
did you
crazy.
say? I didn't see that.
Oh, he was in the crowd and he kind of threw one out to Jim to Big Jim and Trin.
Oh, really? I did not know
which
that.
is like breaking kayfabe there.
Yeah.
Which I like at first I was gonna bitch about. I'm like, dude, we're seeing Jey Uso and like he's going out with the championship and like why did they put the titles on someone they know going on paternity leave? But it seems like it wasn't the plan for Jimmy to be gone that much.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they have a match tomorrow, right? Isn't the number one contender match like the Alpha Academy versus them tomorrow?
Yeah, actually, no, they are slated to. We haven't heard anything yet. If when WWE cancels stuff, they don't really tell you until the show rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if the match actually happens. It's not like UFC where they'll. I wish they would do that, but I mean, it's all money. Like, why would they? Before the people get into the arena, they don't want to tell people anything. So people don't.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything's fine and we see that match tomorrow. Alpha Academy versus the Usos is going to be a good match.
One thing about Sol Ruca, something interesting. 51 minutes of this match. How many eliminations do you think she had?
Probably not that many.
She had one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like she was doing a lot of cool shit, but I don't think she was doing much on eliminating.
She eliminated Jacy Jayne, the NXT Women's Champion, and I could see this being their like WrestleMania feud, you know, because Sol Ruca hasn't won that title yet. At number 11, we had Roxanne Perez, 12, Maxine Dupree, 13, Natty. I don't give a fuck about this Natty Max. I feel like the Natty shit's overhyped, bro. Like the whole like her gimmick being like it's like badass, like that's like her whole persona, but I don't really give a fuck.
I actually personally am like interested just because I know how good of a wrestler she is. So if we get some good graps, like you know what I mean? If we get some good stuff like that, like actually good matches where like maybe we get some like kayfabe injuries, like she's not even a safe worker, she's just breaking girls' noses and like you know what I mean? Like
Pete Dunne shit where she's like pulling fingers and like
that's what I mean. If she's like the Pete Dunne of the women's roster who's just straight up mauling these chicks, I'm gonna love it. I'm choosing to hold out and wait and see. Do I have any faith? Zero. But I'm hopeful. You know what I mean? I don't really think it's gonna be as good as I want it to be, but I know how good she is, and I know she's a legit like she could actually beat at like she like knows how to fight. So I'm like,
she just doesn't convince me. All her promo, like, how have you been in the game for that long and all your promos suck? No disrespect.
I agree with you there. That's why I'm like, let's just like Ilya Dragunov thing, only pain, and then just like go.
Let the pain entertain. It's like, right, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
That's why I think her being a worker rather than a promo person would be better. It's just the women's division's built around promos, unfortunately, and it's not. They don't really let them work. Except for now, you're seeing Charlotte and everyone all in the tag division starting to work more. I'm loving it. So I'm hoping that she fits into that niche of like being a brutal fighter, like strong style. That I'm just holding out for that. Is it going to be that? Probably not, but that's what I'm hoping for. And I think she's convincing as a worker, and if she can just make that work,
don't talk. Just work. Yeah,
just go beat ass, you know, and then like boost
shut up and dribble for WWE. I think we didn't see AJ Lee in this match. If she's not returning for WrestleMania, then I could see Natty, Maxine, and Becky Lynch running a triple threat or something like that. I don't
want to see the Maxine Becky stuff. That was something I wrote down. I'm over it.
I do want to see Natty Maxine though. I think that's a Mania feud, and I'm hoping they hold out till Mania. 14 was Liv Morgan, the winner of the Rumble. amazing choice. I think she's just easy. You know, you could slot her anywhere, and it's probably going to be Raquel Rodriguez because she eliminated Raquel Rodriguez.
Which
So
was a
is the
great
Judgment
spot.
Day dead? I didn't think that was going to happen. At least not at that moment because it was so.
And her
random.
just like laughing, like ha ha.
Yeah,
like
like
like it was funny. I thought it was funny. And I don't know, like Liv Morgan could have shot her mother, and like it would have, and they'd be like, well, the Judgment Day is still together for 6 more years. Actually, like I don't know
All
what.
rise.
Like I really don't know what it would take to end this fucking team, but like I'm all here for it. Like, what can they endure? Like, I don't know. I don't think Judgment Day will ever fully break up. It'll be like one of those teams. It'll be like ER, where it's a rotating cast, and there'll be like one person that like sticks it out. Like, unfortunately, probably Finn Balor at this rate. But
Stop, please. Anybody but him. It could be a one-woman Roxanne group.
I hope it leads to the breakup of them, or at least the splitting off of some people from it. Do I think it's gonna happen? I have no clue, but I hope so.
What if we get Liv versus Raquel versus Roxanne at WrestleMania?
I mean, it'd be a good match. I mean, we all know that Trips loves his triple threat matches at Mania. Like, I bet you the Drew, Cody, and Fatu thing might even get dragged out all the way to Mania. You never know.
I can see it. I think
Drew and Cody fight,
honestly.
and then Fatu comes in and interrupts again. You know
I think
what I mean?
It makes sense.
Like I can totally see WWE doing that. Like, we'll clip this. If it's Drew versus Cody at Elimination Chamber, Fatu's gonna come in and interrupt, and it's gonna be a schmoz finish, and then it's just gonna be keep getting pushed all the way to fucking Mania.
I agree. I 100% agree. Or
and I bet you it'll be a good match though.
Amazing. I think that'll be a banger match. It'll be Extreme Rules or something, or no holds, whatever the fuck they call it now. 15 Lash Legend, definitely an MVP of the match. 16, I did not even know she was in this match. I'm looking at this now. Zelina Vega was in this match?
She didn't last very long, I thought, but yeah, she was in it.
11 minutes of just kind of hanging out, I guess.
Well, dude, there was like 20 people in the ring at this time. Nobody had really been eliminated at this point. So it's like that's a good thing for you too, is that like, for your point, you can't even like connect to any of these people. You can't.
No one hits their move sets, you know? 17 was Raquel, 18 was Chelsea Green, 19 was Julia, 20 was Io, 21 was Asuka, who ends up getting eliminated by Kairi Sane.
I can't wait to see the crash out.
Me too.
Kairi!
I'm happy you did that before I did, because I was about to do it, but I think it would have sounded racist. So I'm glad you beat me to that. You saved me.
I saw you. Never mind. Never mind.
Number at 22 we had Rhea. 23 we had Bailey, who I completely forgot was in this match too. 24 JC Jane. 25 Nikki Bella. 26 Lyra. Again, I feel like Lyra would have been someone to have a cooler showing, but she did last year, so I don't want to give too much of a knock. 27 Kalani Jordan. 28 Kyrie. 29 the big return. You thought it was bad?
No, at 29.
Why? Talk about this. Brie Bella, by the way.
Like, I think she should have been earlier on. I think it would have been a cool surprise because the match was so slow. I'm like, why did they wait till the very end to give us all the cool shit? Like, that could have been like a top that we could have gotten. Put both sisters in earlier on, but like
better pacing.
Like, let's put two on their way out veterans right at the very end. I think we could have used some adrenaline in the beginning, and neither of them won. Yeah. Everybody in my hole. What? Sorry.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No, whoa. I actually agree with that take completely. I think
because it was so boring that the first half of the Rumble just felt like every other. I don't know. It just felt very sluggish. But if we got a Brie Bella at like number 10 or 11, and then Nikki right after that, just put the Bella twins in there, that would have been a cool little thing to have up until the finish, you know, because they didn't win anyways.
That's why I don't think this match was better than the men's match. I think the finish again was one of the best Rumble finishes I've ever seen, but the first 50 minutes of this match were not good. But I do think the Bellas are gonna win tag gold. I think we're kind of leading towards that, which is I'm fine with it because I think if any other tag division was stacked like this, it'd be more with real tag teams, and all of these are just clumped together superstars. So having the Bellas win the titles makes sense here.
Brie
And
looked
then
good too. Like she didn't even really. She looked less rusty than Nikki did when Nikki had her comeback too. Actually, like
she might have had the biggest like crowd reaction of the night, and there was like 7 people in the crowd at the time of the women's
yeah,
rumble.
her and Brock Lesnar, the biggest pops of the night.
Saudi's own. And number 30 was Tiffany Stratton, which was a cool return as well. But yeah, Tiffany
What
Stratton
are they
saved us
doing
from
with
the
her?
SmackDown
What are they
Women's
gonna
division.
do? Like,
I throw her to Jade Cargill for the 30th time. That no,
didn't her and Charlotte have like a stare off for a second?
well, they did because of last year. I think that's the whole callback to that. What I think is going to end up happening is Jordan Grace either will beat Jade or her versus Tiffy for number 1 contender. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But I think Jordan Grace beating Jade would be refreshing to the women's division. And I also think this women's division desperately needs, if Bianca Belair's not coming back no time soon, start moving. I hate to be the guy that like is just saying what the internet's saying, but move Chelsea Green up. You know,
Yeah.
She's kind of outgrown that division.
That old
She can
fuck
only
with the
fight.
fedora back there ain't gonna let her do it though.
No way, yeah.
Michael Hayes.
We know what she is. She'll work with anybody. She'll make everybody look good. I know Chelsea Green is an amazing wrestler. So women's
I like
rumble.
Chelsea Green.
Correct winner for the women's rumble.
Yeah,
I agree. The
Liv
final
deserves
3,
it, especially with the injuries and everything too. That she deserved the win.
Tiffy would have been fun though. I think Tiffy would have been a cool like talking about who's next type of person. You know,
there's more feuds though for Liv winning than there is for Tiffy.
It's easier.
Tiffy can kind of get. We're talking so seriously. We're like Tiffy can get input into any of the things.
One thing about Tiffy, if we pivot from the Rumble matches, this Gunther AJ Styles match, I loved it. Am I in a minority here? No. I thought this match fucking banged.
It was way better than the John Cena match. I think Gunther and AJ had better chemistry than Cena. I think their match should have been what the Cena match was. And I know I was like AJ's gonna win a great AJ career versus career, but honestly, I'm like, with him teasing taking the gloves off and then putting them back on, I'm like, okay, this guy's obviously gonna have some more matches just to finish it out. I think
TNA.
I think it has to be TNA. It has to be.
They wouldn't have let him.
WWE would never. Exactly. They would never have let him do that.
No.
There's no way. Like the greatest handshake agreement ever happened, which I doubt. So yeah, I don't know. It's got to be TNA because WWE's got to make some money off of it. I'm sorry, TKO has got to make some money off of this if they're going to have him go back on it.
What makes a lot of sense to me, and I don't know if I said this on the pod, but TNA moved to AMC this year to be on TV. It would make a lot of sense if they agreed to AJ Styles being a part of this ahead of time, because otherwise I don't feel like TNA was like hot enough to be on TV other than that, But if they knew AJ Styles was going to be a part of this, then fuck yeah, I'm going to pay some money to get AJ Styles to stay on TV.
Yeah, and it won't be that long, but just a few matches, or maybe
I think he goes a year. I think he goes to the end of the year. We get a December. December is just easy to retire in December. Hopefully. Kick your feet up. 2027.
I think that's being hopeful though. I think
really
if he does do it, I think it's going to be for one final match. I think it's going to be something like that. I don't even know who's on the TNA roster.
Slammiversary, I want to say, is there WrestleMania, and I don't know when that is, or maybe that's the one that just came up. But
I'm looking at the TNA roster right now to see what matches
I'll tell you who we need. We're gonna need to see Leon Slater for that X Division title. Mike Santana is the face of TNA, so we're gonna need to see that. Frankie Kazarian is one of the guys.
He's to stay far.
I think there's
far away from the fucking Hardys.
Yeah, we probably get a Hardy match though. I think July is their last, but I think we have enough to last until the end of the year. If they want to go till July, I think we have enough to do there too. TNA honestly is very good. TNA has been very enjoyable wrestling lately. I like seeing BDE there. There's a lot of cool stuff there. The last match to talk about, and then we're gonna pivot to AEW. You're kind of lagging out. You're lagging on me, John.
Are we good now?
I think so. I think we're good.
Are we good now? We're good now.
We're, we're good. We're good.
We're good
Your
now.
mouse not moving, but we're good.
Are we good now?
Yes. There we go. We're good. Phenomenal. As they say in sign language, we're phenomenal. As they say in sign language.
Welcome back to RTP Wrestling.
This as a Sami Zayn lover, this match was bad. Not just because he lost, but this match just was not a great match. Am I minority here? Am I tripping? I did not enjoy this match.
If Sammy was going to lose, I think he needed to do more. I don't know. I feel like he just got squashed by Drew, which actually, in the big picture of things, I really like Drew getting a solid fucking defense. To be fair,
I agree.
Like
I agree.
him getting like a dominant defense over somebody is cool. I don't like him being like a heel that like cheats every time to win. You know, because he didn't try to cheat. Jacob Fatu kind of just made it easy for him to win. So yeah, I like the fact that he didn't cheat to win. Was he kind of being a bitch sometimes? Yeah, but also he whooped Sami Zayn's ass and got a clean win. So I don't know. I felt bad for Sammy getting like booked like that in front of his home crowd, but also like if this leads to a SummerSlam victory or like when they're back in Saudi next time, then hey, I'm all for it. But it's another year, another Sami Zayn title defense. I mean, title match loss. Yeah, so
he's like Finn Balor. I think my frustration with this is when you see Drew and Sammy on the card, you expect a banger match, and it just was like very mediocre. You know,
yeah, it wasn't that
very
good.
Mediocre.
Yeah, so it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't what it could have been or what we've seen. Which I guess it's like they've wrestled so many times that like might as well do something different. Yeah, it's hard to see Sami Zayn in kind of a squash match.
Yeah, he's too good, bro. He's too good. Like you're gonna throw him back in the mid card now. It's probably gonna be like I want one more shot thing. I want one more shot thing. And maybe who knows? Maybe he could get thrown into this feud with Fatu and Cody, and they make it a 4-way or something like that too. I would hate it, but I would not be surprised if WWE did that.
I'd rather it just be a triple threat, but yeah,
I would too. I agree with you 100%. We could head over to AEW now. I did just to touch on it. I did watch TNA this week, and it was a pretty mediocre show. Not much to talk about there. But AEW, I thought did some great work this week. Yeah. Dynamite kicked off with Kenny Omega versus Rocky Romero. I know you wanted to touch on it a little bit. I don't really. When a match doesn't have the stakes, I don't really care. But what did
that
you
was
think
kind of the
match?
case for both the Moxley match too. But no, I mean, someone who's just now watching Kenny Omega matches. I know you've been used to it because you've been an AEW fan for a while. But for me, I'm like, this guy is so fucking good. Like, it's funny people being like, yeah, AJ Styles is the best ever to do it, and I'm like, actually, I think Kenny Omega is the best to ever do it.
Really?
But, when it comes to just like working that like he's not as athletically gifted as AJ Styles, but when it comes to selling pain, when it comes to like half of the battle is selling, and I'll say that AJ Styles can sell, but like Kenny Omega, I'm like, dude, this guy looks like he's about to have a fucking heart attack in the ring sometimes when he gets hit. You know, like he knows.
And you got that appreciation more because you have the acting chops. You know,
and I think Kenny Omega is a better actor, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But athletically speaking, yeah. I mean, AJ Styles could do a mint 450 springboard on his last ever WWE match, better than the entire fucking roster. I don't even know if Kenny Omega could really. He probably could. Yeah, he probably could. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, AJ's a little more spring in his step, but Kenny's so good.
He's so good.
Even in these matches with some random guy that I've never even seen wrestle once, I'm like, man, this is a great match. I knew obviously Kenny was going to win. Like we knew John Moxley was going to win in the next match.
But I want to talk about this one because my problem I had with this match had nothing to do with Moxley. I'm like slightly familiar with Ace Austin's work. I lost John, man, but here we go. All good.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't do anything. It's just cutting out. Are we back?
We're back. We're good.
There we go.
I'm a little familiar with Ace Austin's work. and he's always on Collision. So I thought this was going to be like the moment for him to not win necessarily, but have a match that like, okay, like Ace Austin's here, and it didn't feel like that. Like he kind of just like looked mediocre. So back to Collision for him, but I think he has a cool character, so I'm hoping that he figures it out.
I mean, if you're doing a match that is just so predictable, like you know what I mean, did anyone at all think it would happen any other way than the way it did? No.
I
Then
didn't
like
think
what's
he'd win, but I thought he'd look good. Like he didn't look like someone I'd want to watch again, which sucks.
and like he's a great wrestler. So yeah, it's one of those things that like why put him up there with Mox? It'd be like actually literally speaking, actually, this would be like a random episode of Raw where Cody Rhodes goes up against Kit Wilson. It's like cool, but then imagine it's just like kind of not a squash match, but like Kit doesn't even get anything really, and it's like okay, cool. What was the point? Like cool, we got to see Cody Rhodes versus Kit Wilson, and it was a good match, but like, do you care? Did you ever think Cody Rhodes wasn't gonna win? Like it's that type of match. Like I don't know. But I thought it was a fun watch. But
I thought this Mark Briscoe Elk Clone match was in one of the best matches of the month, bro. Mark Briscoe's so fucking good at wrestling. Like it's
then
ridiculous.
Briscoe and Ciampa had Briscoe was having 2 back-to-back. Like he's earning his paycheck. He's earning every fucking dollar of whatever.
I need to watch that match. I didn't watch that match.
Go watch it. It's for real.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm actually gonna watch that tonight.
And then watch.
I'm gonna watch that one first
too.
But I'll get to that one tomorrow. Ciampa just, bro. I'm happy he won the title because I hate when a dude has a fire ass entrance like that, fire ass debut, and he goes out there and fucking loses the title on a fucking handshake or some bullshit like that. That Ciampa entrance I've dead ass watched 15 times.
It is funny though. The Psycho Killer has the TNT title, but it's just you know what I mean. It's like it's very. I mean, it's just if the title looks better.
Yeah,
it just shouldn't have TNT branded all over it. But I understand. I get it. Any title is better than nothing, but deserved. And I hope he holds on to it forever and ever and ever. Feel bad for Mark Briscoe a little bit, but that dude is a fucking psychopath too. So he'll be fine.
Did I spoil that it was Tommaso Ciampa? Did I text you that it was Tommaso Ciampa? When I saw the Psycho and then I saw the Killer, I was like, holy fuck, Karrion Kross is all elite. And
I thought it was when I saw the Psycho Killer too, I thought it was Karrion Kross, Killer Kross.
And then I saw his like body and I was like, I don't know who this is.
Is that Triple H?
But no, they gave him a fire ass debut. The Okada Fletcher stuff, cool. I don't care about.
Dude, the Okada Fletcher stuff is like, I don't know. I do like the feud and the match is going to be good, but like, did that shit happen so long ago? Like,
yeah.
Like why are like I had to like do research again. I'm like, oh, they're not even talking about anything I saw. Like, this is crazy. And why are they doing it now? It's like we need a feud. All right, let's just do this. It's like
throw it.
Yeah, but hey, they're good wrestlers, and you know how I feel about Freaky Fletcher. He's a great guy. He's a great wrestler.
Great freak. Can you? And I hate doing this every week on the show because I do feel like a hater. But can you talk about Chris Statlander Tekla? And I'll just keep my mouth shut because you know how I kind of go about these.
Hate women. I'm kidding. I actually. I watched the last
hate
10
women,
minutes of
hate
it.
women, toxic. Well, I watched this match and I thought it was boring. So
it was boring. I wasn't. I mean, like, maybe I was just tired. This was also. Wasn't this also UFC?
This was Wednesday, but maybe you watched. No, you didn't watch this. You're thinking of Collision.
I was watching something else at the time.
Collision was UFC day.
I'm confusing the two then. Yeah, this match I watched like the last 10 minutes of it. I didn't catch really the beginning, and then I don't think I missed much. But yeah, I mean, it just wasn't my flavor. They're good wrestlers. I don't even really know the story that's going on with it, which is my fault. Maybe that's why I'm not invested. Is because I have been paying attention to the story, but I wasn't really that invested, and I just was, the finish was cool. I mean, like there was no botching. That's the thing that's nice, like. Nobody got hurt.
Because they're taking fucking boring ass moves. Not to be a dickhead, but
it did give Miz versus the Miz vibes.
Yeah, it's like
Like you
I
guys,
just don't. I'm not Team Statlander, bro. I'm
all respect to
anti-stat.
Mike the Miz, but you
Mike
know
Mizanin. FTR, common FTR W match, but this one wasn't as great as like their other matches. I'll say that as an FTR
they're
fan.
treading water a little bit right now. I don't know why.
But
What's coming up?
they're kind of. I feel like everyone's because their next pay per view isn't until mid March, the one we're going to.
Yeah,
So maybe that's why, but it does kind of suck. And then the last match, bro. I did not think Andrade had a fucking chance at winning this match.
I did. I popped. I was like,
I did too. That was cool.
So I like Andrade's presentation here way better than he's ever had. Like this is a good gimmick.
He's legit. He's legit. You know, the whole like kissing in the crowd thing. I was like, maybe you shouldn't do that after this guy cheated on Charlotte Flair. But I'm not booking the show. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't hate the player. So that was all it for Dynamite. What do you got for Collision? Because I didn't watch any of it. Did you want to touch on anything?
I got nothing.
Tommaso Ciampa wins a title. Fucking dope.
That was like the only thing that I really. Just...
All right, thank you guys for listening to another This Week in Wrestling. I'm your host, RTP and ANT and HD. Next to me, my boy RTP John. Hey, real quick, let's shout out our Discord server. Make sure you guys click that down below. And shout out the sponsor of the show. I know it's a little late, but Boom Fantasy code RTP. If you guys plan on betting on the Super Bowl this week, this is the best way to support the channel. So if you're not betting on the Super Bowl, bet on the Super Bowl and use code RTP. John, you got anything else to say, my brother?
I got nothing, man. Just keep watching wrestling. Join the Discord. Once 2K26 drops, we're going to be doing some giveaways through that. So I've never played a 2K game since like I had a PSP. So if you want some easy dubs, just come on and fight me.
Easy dubs on EC Dub. We out.